What's up, everybody? Welcome to 207 Disc Golf's coverage of the 2021 Vacationland Open Final Round MPO Lead Card. The tournament started on Friday with some torrential downpours while these players were on this same course, Devil's Grove Disc Golf Devil's Blues. Saturday, they played SMV Golds on some much better weather. Today, a little less sunshine, but a lot less rain. So I can just imagine these players are very much ready to attack this course and make up for some lost strokes from Friday's weather. Coming into day 3 with the lead is Josh Seeley, sponsored by Thought Space Athletics. He's averaging 10-13 so far, and he's looking to seal the deal on this final round at his home course. Right behind him by one stroke is Matt Enman. Shot a pretty hot 10-12 rated 8 down at SMV. Let's see if he can carry that momentum into day 3 and put some pressure on Seeley. Third on the box will be Christian Olsen. A solid round yesterday as well at 7 down, also sponsored by Thought Space Athletics, sitting at 9 down. Jason Dore right behind him at 8 down. Had a really solid round in the rain day 1. Maybe left some strokes out there day 2, shooting only 984. I know that's less than what he's capable of, so see if he can turn it around on day 3. Hole 1, par 3, 382. It's a really fun opening hole. Get to rip one out there. All you really want to do is give yourself a putt. And Seeley has done just that. Pushes something out right, lets it fade back. He'll be just outside the circle. Up next, Matt Enman. Nearly identical line. Catches those branches, steals a little bit of momentum from him and kicks him down straight towards the basket, though. He'll be looking uphill at it for his 2. Probably just outside the circle as well. Next up, Christian Olsen. I believe this is his crank that he'll be pulling on. Flat release straight at the basket, lets it turn right. Gonna be up there, similar spot to Seeley, just outside the circle. Jason Dore. Plays the left side of the fairway, doesn't get the turn he's looking for. Fades out left of the basket. And quickly throws an incredible forehand that almost goes in the basket. He was fortunate there, though. It curled up after hitting the band. Those logs, he scooted right around those logs, but the disc curled up and stayed right there, so he should have a pretty routine 3 right there. Enman about 40 feet uphill. He's got to give it some height. And it probably got chain height, but on those uphill putts, you really want to get it above the basket and let it carry. He'll be happy with a tap-in 3, though. Seeley, 45 feet right.
Great putt.
Cash
nice
money.
Putt.
It's a great way to start the final round of a tournament. If you can hit one of those outside the circle early in your round, makes it a lot easier to putt with some confidence throughout the day. Olsen looking to match that. Similar angle. Puts it up and right on line. Just died out on him. Dore taps in his 3 after a nearly sick throw in. And now Olsen will tap in, as will Enman. And just like that, Seeley has extended his lead to 2 strokes on the very first hole. Hole 2, 329. Plays well for either a forehand or a turnover backhand for a righty. Looks like the disc just fought out early on Seeley there. He's going to be left outside of putting range. Enman opting for the forehand. Beautifully done. Olsen up next, ripping a turnover. Oh, he pulls it too close to that right side, and the trees suck him right into OB. Dore with no fear, going immediately with a backhand turnover after that, and executes it well. He'll be just outside the circle. I'm not sure that Enman or that Olsen could even see the basket from where he is. Overturns that shot a bit much. He's going to be about 40 feet out. Seeley wants nothing to do with running that putt. He just pitches up. That will be behind the basket can come into play, especially with these rocks here. You could catch a nasty roll away. Olsen says, "What OB?" and gives it a full send. Unfortunately, it goes over the basket, but fortunately, he stays in bounds. Dore, up and away, catching top band for the second hole in the row. He's got to be a little frustrated, but he's right there. And Enman immediately taking that stroke back from Seeley. Well done there. See, Seeley knows that was a clutch putt right there. Wasn't too far, but can be a lot of nerves on those early ones with playing from behind. Good putt there from Olsen. Unfortunately, that's going to be a double bogey with that OB stroke. I'm sure I'll turn it around though. Tap in 3s from Dore and Seeley. Hole 3, 331. OB lining the left side and all around the back side of the basket. Gonna want to play something slowly turning right, just like this. And then just leaves it a little bit low. This can be a slightly intimidating shot. That OB on the left is scary. Seeley is not afraid of it though. Throws right at it and lets the disc do the work to the right. A beautiful tee shot. Dore up next. Some kind of putter. Up high. Nice and flippy. Turning beautifully. Definitely an ace line. Just a little bit too soft to make it to the chains. But beautiful, beautiful shape. Looks to be a mid in Olsen's hand. Give it a little bit more speed there. And that nearly aces. Flashes the chains. He went about 25 feet long. Just an awesome ace run. Hinkley looks like he was just pitching up there, content to take his easy par. Now Olsen, first to putt for the birds. 25 feet. Right on the stripe. Seeley to match. Also about 25 feet. Money, right on the pole. After that great drive by Dore, he's got a nice easy tap in for a stress-free birdie. Gotta love those. And there's Enman. Tap in 3. Moving on to hole 4, 380 feet, par 3. You want to go straight up the gut, just like Seeley's doing, but that disc fights out. Not that you could see it very well, but it fights out a little bit left at the end there.
Couldn't see shit.
letting Seeley know I couldn't see anything. I leaned right, I leaned left.
To the other side.
I'm new to this.
I'm just gonna step straight right off.
Okay, that sounds cool.
Thank you, Dore. He's a veteran. He's been on film before. Dore goes high left. The disc does not want to turn for him. He stays on that left side. He's got a good amount of distance on the disc, though. It should be nearly pin high. Again, 380 feet. Plays slightly downhill. This is well within a controlled distance for them. Oh, and it slips out of Christian's hand. Some grip issues maybe. It was pretty humid on this day. Sweating pretty good out there. Enman, nice, clean, flat pull. Still doesn't quite get the turn he's looking for, but gets a nice little kick and roll out to the right. He'll be just fine. Olsen, nice little jumper, half go at it, right under the basket. Dore with a long bid for 2. Not the band this time. He caught some chains. It was just a little soft and a little left.
Good bit.
Enman up next. Looking for a bird. Oof. Off by an inch. That was a good bid. That's definitely one he would like to have there. And Seeley's offer just shy left.
Damn, man.
Maybe the hanging basket threw these guys off a little bit. I'm not sure. They were all right there, all drawing metal. Nobody able to convert for the 2.
Okay, yeah, I get yeah.
Break the basket, rip it down, or something like that.
Dore being a great card mate, steadying the basket for Seeley there. Taps in his 3, as will Enman and Olsen. And we've got a par frame on hole 4. Hole 5, 381, par 3. Slight little turnover shot here. Seeley does a nice job with. Comes up a little short, but he's got an outside look for a 2 there. That was a clean tee shot. Dore looking to make a correction. Puts a little more power behind this shot, and sorry I lost it there, but it did go long of the basket. He's about 35 feet long. Olsen up next. Good looking shot. Tickles the branches and just takes all the speed off the disc. Enman's shot looking nice. Some really strong late stability there, and a little bit of a skip is going to put him outside the circle, but not outside his range, I don't believe. Olsen throwing up a Hail Mary. Right line, just a little short. Worth a shot. Seeley up next, looking at about 45, 48 feet. Stands still. Maybe just slightly uphill. Just left it a little low. Catches the front cage there. Enman from maybe a pace or 2 closer. Call it 45. Looked like it had the height, just didn't have the speed. Died out. Hits the side of the cage, right side cage. Dore with the sole opportunity for a deuce here. calls for it to get down, and it does. Gets himself that solo birdie on hole 5. He'll be happy with that. Moving him to 10 down. 2 ahead of Christian at 8 down. 2 behind Enman at 12 down. And Seeley leading him by 2 at 14 down. 8, 10, 12, 14. All separated by 2. Hole 6. 375, par 3. Slightly uphill. And Dore just pulls it right. Wants to get clean. Doesn't get sneaky all the way through. Kicks hard left. Not real happy with that one. But he's safe. There is OB up there on that left side. Seeley really ripping on this. It turns over just a little too much. Maybe a little bit of headwind there. And catches that last guardian tree on the right. Unfortunate. Olsen looking to make a correction. Puts it out left. Lets the disc do the work to the right. Would love for it to stay up a little bit more, but that was a great line. Enman throwing a nearly identical shot, slightly lower, and it gets to the ground a little sooner. But he's center cut in the fairway. Nice easy up and down for a 3. Seeley with a very unexpected errant upshot. He's usually very good with those forehand touch upshots. Enman, nice, smooth, easy backhand up. Tap in his 3. Dore up next. Call it 45 to 50. Slightly uphill. Gives it all the power it needs and maybe just a little bit extra. Decent bid there. Olsen, the last one to putt for a 2. About 45 feet. Looking at it uphill. Gives it the height and knocks it down.
Yeah. Now all of us has gotten one when everyone else has.
Really good 2 there and there. I think you just heard Dore mention how everybody's gotten a solo 2, and it's true. Seeley with the solo deuce on 1. And a good putt there. Enman with the solo deuce on 2. Olsen with the solo deuce here, and Dore with the solo deuce on the hole just before this on hole 5. So everybody's getting in on the action, shuffling up that order on the tee box. Fun card to watch. And then clean up his 3. Seems to be pretty relaxed. He's not pushing the issue. He knows where he's at. He knows he's 2 back, and the back 9 is where it really can see some separation on some of those longer holes. And with all this OB, 2 strokes can evaporate quickly. Olsen, a little high, still inside the circle. Dore opting for the hyzer play and does a beautiful job with that. That is super parked. Seeley up next. Going wide hyzer with it. Not quite as much fight as he probably would have liked to see, but gets a nice skip and check up. He'll be right inside the circle. Enman straight at it. Disc didn't quite get to flat, so he ended up a little bit left of the basket, but a really good drive. He's still parked. Olsen with a bid for 2. A little bit of a straddle here. And just short. Enman for 2. Right on the pole. Seeley to keep the lead at 2 strokes. Too easy.
Feels really awkward standing in these positions, so just tell you that.
This was my first time ever filming a tournament round, and it
That's probably
was
why you're a
weird
lot
for
better
me to
putter than I am.
stand in people's field of view while they were throwing and putting. And it was awkward. Hole 8, par 3, 312, uphill, OB, left, right, deep, all of it. I could not find the disc with the camera. Dore's calling for it to get down. He threw it up high. He ends
No
up
idea if that was
nearly
the
pin
camera.
high. Very close to OB, but he is safe. Seeley taking a little wider. Needs to beat those trees, but doesn't. That right side hyzer play is a good play, but those trees can definitely cause some issues. Enman also going right side with the hyzer, beats the trees. That's a great drive. He should be inside the circle.
It's a tough shot. You have to punch.
I go lucky left side punch.
Olsen matching Enman's line, maybe a little stronger on the hyzer. And unfortunately, he does skip
What else are you gonna
OB.
do?
He
Lay
will
up?
be pin high, but he is OB.
Laying ups for AMs.
Seeley pretending like he's going to run this.
Laying ups for losing.
I was trying to get him
Best ball in the bit.
to run it for the video. He pitches up smartly. Here's Olsen to save his 3. See his disc just behind him, just barely OB. Very unfortunate. But makes good
Money.
on the 35-footer. Pressure
Nice
putt. Well done. Dore is putting from basically the same place. He's asking for verification on whether or not he's outside the circle. We all thought he was. He wants to walk it off anyway, so he's going to do that. You see Enman's disc
I was gonna guess 35.
right there in your field of view, probably 25 feet away from the basket.
Oh my god, duck.
You hear him call it a duck. You could see the wobble on the disc. He didn't get a good clean release and spin on the disc, and it just died out onto him. Caught front cage. And it looked to me like Enman just pulled his arm back a little soon. He didn't follow all the way through, catches that left side and just spits out. Really unfortunate missed opportunity there to take a stroke back from Seeley and cut it down to a 1-stroke lead. He's going to want that one back for sure.
I'm not your friend, pal.
And so that's another par frame for the card. Coming into our last hole of the front 9. Par 3, 291. OB lining the left side, which is on the right side of your screen here. Dore looks to be a putter. Smooth as butter. Can't do it much better than that. Great drive.
Yeah, this is a great spot.
And I was happy with the spot that I chose to film from. Thankfully, they're throwing good drives, so I can keep them all in frame. Seeley a little bit right, but gets a nice kick down towards the basket. He's looking at probably 25 to 28 feet. This is Enman throwing here. Does not take it wide. Comes more straight at the basket. A little bit of speed on that one. I'm wondering if he was trying to ring it up or if it just got away from him a little bit. But that's probably 28 to 30 feet. Still a makeable putt. And Olsen. Good line. Died out on him a little soon and tested that OB, but he is safe. And here's Enman with a straddle from about 28 feet uphill. And he cans it. He needed that putt for sure.
But I should
You
have got a
don't
better
want to let
angle on
that lead to grow more than a couple of strokes. And there's a great putt from Seeley too. With the green running away. That can get into your head a little bit. The OB back there. Good confident putt. Olsen checking his footing, make sure he doesn't have a foot out of bounds, as he is close. Tosses it up and in the bucket for his 2. And now we've got Dore coming to tap in his 2 to star frame the last hole of the front 9. Hope you guys are enjoying the coverage. That's going to do it for the front 9. Hope you'll join us for the back 9, where we wrap this thing up and see who's going to take home the Golden Lobster. If you're new here, if you're enjoying the coverage, do me a big favor. Go ahead and like and subscribe, and we'll catch you on the next one.